we'll have Don back in just a few minutes. But I'm going to continue talking with our business. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Roger. Talking with our business guest, Roger Perez of the Kern County Museum, right here in Kern County, California.
Absolutely.
So tell us more about the Kern County Museum. What goes on there? Who's invited? Who can come? And
Actually, anybody can come.
Okay.
One of the things that I think is a misperception about the museum is that we're just a collection of old buildings. I think a lot of people remember the museum from 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago as the place they went in high school to visit Pioneer Village.
Yeah.
Pioneer Village is one of the pieces of the museum. There are four really major components in the museum. We have Pioneer Village, which is a big part of it, and it's a collection of historical museums from the late 1800s, early 1900s that really tells the story of history in Kern County.
Okay.
Then we also have the Lori Brock Children's Development Center, which is really more of a children's science museum. We have programs there with robotics and motion and movement, and it's really a science discovery center for kids, and it's a fantastic little facility. We also have Black Gold, the oil experience, which is honestly that is Disneyland at the museum.
Oh.
We have probably the best oil museum on the West Coast, and I say that not lightly. You know,
Okay.
it is over 10,000 square feet of exhibits, historical artifacts from the development of oil in Kern County, the discovery, what it takes to do the things that we do with oil. It's just a really great experience, and if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend coming down and checking it out. It's really great for the kids and adults alike. And then we also have our Neon Courtyard, which is a collection of signs, and what we're really trying to do there is tell the story, the history of business in Kern County through signage.
Oh.
So we have a collection of signs from K Health Foods, Jim Baker Electrifier. We've got some signs coming in now from Dewars, hopefully from Rollerama, places like that. So we're sort of collecting these signs as they go out, but they all work. And then when we open the museum in the evenings, which we do from time to time, it's beautiful back there because it's all these neon
So
signs.
how do you get the signs, or how does the business has to be going? It has to be going out of business
For the
or-
most part, or they have to have a sign
Okay.
that's available. So, for example,
Yeah.
Dewars, they have, because they've moved and they've changed their
Yes.
signs over the years, but they keep them. So
Okay.
they've actually offered to donate one of the signs to us. The Jim Baker went out of business, and that was it there. And,
Okay.
and so it's sort of a mix. It's kind of a lot of what goes on with a lot of the other artifacts that we get in, where it's just someone who, we'd like to preserve the history of this object.
Okay.
And they bring it to us, and we sort of evaluate and bring it in. And then we also have a really nice section on the history of the Bakersfield Sound. And we have some really unique artifacts. We do have stuff on Buck Owens and Merle Haggard, but we've got a really deep history of Bakersfield Sound. So it goes into the writers and all the people that really made that happen here in Bakersfield. And also a little bit on what led up to it, which was that Dust Bowl migration and got everyone kind of coming into town. So there's just a lot
of
to
great
do.
stuff
Yeah,
and-
and it's also just a great place to come out and walk.
Yes.
It's just a nice little place to take a stroll during the day. And I like to brag about this. We have a lot of shade in for
lot of
Bakersfield
shade,
especially.
yes.
It's really nice shady areas. There's places to sit. There's places to eat lunch. There's you can do that. And our members, if you're a member of the museum, you can bring the kids, the whole family in for free every time.
Okay, and so being a member, you probably get in touch with your front office there.
Yes, you can call the
And
museum.
museum.
437-3330 is the number of the museum.
437-3330 is the museum number. That's Kern County Museum.
Or they
And,
can go to the website at kcmuseum.org.
Okay, the website is kcmuseum.org. And we have a guest in our studio audience is all the way from Whittier, California. And she has visited the Kern County Museum on several occasions. And yes, and she loves it every time.
Good,
Every
good.
time.
You actually told me some things that I didn't know about it, so I
Good,
want to go back,
good.
see the signage and what'd you say, the oil,
Black Gold is definitely,
Black Gold.
and again, I think that's part of me being there at this point is it's time to get the word out. We've got these really sort of covered gems. that-
Yes,
And
yes.
we want to make sure that everybody gets to see them. And
Now, Roger, tell us about something that's happening. Is it this weekend? Talk
Actually,
to us about
we,
that.
We have a weekend of vintage cars. It's going to be very interesting. So
Okay.
on Friday night, this Friday, we have Nights at the Museum, which is we open the museum at night in the
Oh.
evening, and it's a completely different experience. We give special tours of the Howell House and the Lopez House, which are our big flagship houses. And then we also have a movie at night at these. So this opens up at 7:30 p.m. and it goes till about 10:30 or 11 at night whenever the movie's over. But you can come in, you can sort of walk the grounds, check out Neon, which is, again, it's a really great opportunity to see it in the dark, which is fantastic. And then the movie will be Grease. And as part of Grease, we actually have a car show on Sunday at the museum. We will have sort of a preview of the car show out there. And it's only $6 to get in.
$6?
For this one on Friday. So
That's excellent.
and then on Sunday it's the Vintage Limited Car Show.
Okay.
And it's basically cars from the era of Greece. It's kind of
Oh.
a perfect tie. So
Okay.
we have cars that were built pre-1960,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a really family-friendly car show. It's a really, again, a nice day out there.
Yes.
We have somewhere between 150 and 200 cars coming out. So it should be jam-packed full of cars
Oh.
and just a beautiful day.
But plenty of food.
Yes,
and
and we have food and
refreshments.
refreshments.
All kinds of.
So yeah,
things
it's
to
a great
enjoy.
it's a great day with the kids if you want to take a little break from the fair.
Yes.
Go back out there and then
Yeah.
afterwards.
And that's happening this weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
Friday and Sunday.
Oh, Friday and Sunday.
Yes.
And the cost is $6.
$6 on Friday, and then the car show has a different price that I don't know offhand right now, but
Okay.
I believe it's $12 to get into the car show, and then members are free to get into the car show.
Members are free to get in the car show.
Yes.
And give us your number again.
437-3330 is the phone number.
437-3330.
And the website is kcmuseum.org.
kcmuseum.org. Okay. Anything else you'd like to share about the Kern County Museum?
One of the actually, we have something big. I have so many things. We can go with
Yes, I know.
that. we actually also have coming up in December.
Uh-huh.
We're very excited about this. Will be the 50th anniversary of the rededication of the Beale Memorial Clock Tower, the big clock tower that's in front of the museum
Yes,
that actually you
yes.
see on actually. I think there was one in here too, but they're
Oh,
pretty much on
yes,
every
the-
news program
yes,
that you see
yes.
this all the time.
Always a background fixture.
The 50th anniversary of when that was rebuilt at the museum
Uh-huh.
is on December 12th, and
Oh.
we'll have a little bit of a celebration for that, and we're going to kick off some pretty big things that day. I won't talk about what they are.
Okay.
Those are secret
Next
things.
time.
Yeah. But it should start the really big process. These next couple of years are going to be very big for the museum. We've got our 75th anniversary coming up in 2016, and the county's 150th anniversary is that same year. So it'll make it a really big
Yes.
celebration type of thing. And the clock tower itself is another thing that people don't. It's not that people take it for granted. I think just people see it and that's it. But there's a giant history behind that,
Wow.
and it was a very big part of the earthquake in town in the 50s, and it basically crumbled to the ground. But
Oh.
there were people in town that had the wherewithal to say, we need to save this piece of history, we need to rebuild this, and they actually were able to get most of the pieces from the clock tower. So the
Oh.
original location was downtown, and they
Got
at the
pieces
time
of
I've
it.
heard stories from the people that were on that committee,
Uh-huh.
or read stories too, because there were a lot of them in writing,
Yes.
that people at the time were literally taking pieces of this and putting it in their cars and just going away.
Oh.
So there were people that had the wherewithal to get out there, make sure that they got the pieces that were needed, and
Yes.
save them. And a lot of the clock tower is original because of that. So
Oh, okay.
obviously, we added bricks, some of the bricks that crumbled and those things. I
right,
shouldn't say
right.
we, but the people at the time. I haven't been around that long. But they also they were all the metal work on the clock itself, the bell.
Okay.
Those are all original pieces.
Yes. Okay. John, Roger, we have about 1 minute. Anything else you'd like to say? Invite the people to come out.
Again, I would recommend that anybody just come check it out. Even if it's for one day, you don't necessarily know if you want to be a member. it's an experience that I think everybody in town really has to have.
You also have a little gift shop there.
Yes, we have a great
We
little gift
love
shop. It's like a
shopping.
boutique gift shop.
Yeah.
There's some really unique stuff in there, and there's historical things. There are some great historical albums. We have records. We have pictures. We have all kinds of stuff. Just
So
fantastic things.
if anyone has anything, maybe they got from their addict or something, some old history, they can turn it in to you? Or
Yeah, they can bring it by, and especially if you have something that you think, hey, I want to know if this is a good family history heirloom.
Oh, okay.
Our curator is very good about
Okay.
sort of talking to people
Curator
and
is
saying,
who? Is
our
that Lori?
curator is Lori Ware.
Lori Ware, okay.
And she's phenomenal. She is literally a walking encyclopedia.
Oh, wow.
And honestly, without her, I would be completely
Yes.
lost in the museum.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Roger Perez, Kern County Museum. And we will be back in just a moment.
If you own or operate a private dental practice and need help with claim submissions, claim follow-ups, updating patients' accounts, or posting insurance payments, turn to Thorne Dental Claim Professionals. TDCP is dedicated to providing trained dental claim specialists to take care of your dental insurance billing and claims. Your patients are your #1 priority, so give them the attention they need by trusting in TDCP to take care of your administrative tasks. For more information, visit www.dentalclaimprofessionals.com or call them today.
Buying a home is one of the most important decisions you can make. Scott Tobias Real Estate is here for you. Allow our seasoned and professional associates guide you through every step of the way. Scott Tobias Real Estate is a full-service real estate company providing expert assistance in residential and commercial real estate. The real estate business has changed in many ways over the years, but the desire for excellent customer service is still very much in demand. Our objective is not to be the biggest, but to offer the best real estate services. We're open 7 days a week.
Introducing the Next Gen Home by Lennar. Your family is constantly evolving. The kids move out, the kids move back. Maybe grandma moves in. You need a home that will grow with you and your family. The Next Gen Home by Lennar has a separate private living space with a bathroom, kitchenette, and entrance all its own, but still connected to the rest of the house. It's a home within a home. New models now open in the Central Valley. To learn more, visit a Lennar Welcome Home Center near you or visit lennar.com.
Honey, have you called Gunlock's about fixing that toilet upstairs?
I saw a plumbing episode on the Fix It channel. Yeah, I can fix it.
You could try it yourself, or you could just call Gunlax and save your marriage.
Hey, honey, I think I did it.
Gunlax, 327-3052.
That wasn't so bad.
Hi, Corey Costello here, host of Roadrunner Rundown, Tuesdays, 10 a.m. right here on Bakersfield.com. It's the official program of CESUB Athletics. We bring you inside the program with interviews with coaches and student athletes. Of course, everybody's favorite Corey Versus. I mean, people like to see me